Hey guys, and welcome to the 49th episode of Let Your Voice Soar. Recently, I received a great question from a fellow vocal coach and singer on my Instagram, and her name is Sin Silver. The question was about breathing, and here's the question.
Hello, Jeff. My name is Sin Silver, and I'm wondering if you can talk about nasal breathing versus mouth breathing for singing.
Sin, thank you so much for sending the video. I've watched some of Sin's performances on YouTube, and she is a wonderful singer and pianist, and she's a vocal coach and piano teacher. I'll put links to her socials in the description below. So let's get right to it. Years ago, I went to a Broadway show, and there was this big number at the end of the first act. And the singer who was singing the song was using a nose breath literally before every long phrase in the song. He had a wonderful voice and was completely invested in the character he was playing. However, the nose breath before every phrase was so distracting and so unnatural that it took away from his wonderful performance. I left the show wondering if someone had taught him to breathe like that, or if it was a personal choice. Imagine if I spoke to you and I took a nose breath before every phrase. Hey, how are you today? How was your week? Did you do anything fun or exciting this week? You would probably find it very distracting, and you might think there's something strange going on. However, there are so many benefits to nose breathing in terms of overall health. Let's look at some of the benefits of nose breathing first, and then we'll see how those benefits apply to singing. Nose breathing, as opposed to mouth breathing, offers several benefits to our health and well-being. Number one, filters and humidifies the air. The nose acts as a natural filter, removing particles and bacteria from the air we breathe. It also humidifies the air, ensuring that it is warm and moist when it reaches the lungs. 2. Increases oxygen uptake. Nasal breathing helps optimize the amount of oxygen taken in by the body. The nasal passages have a complex system of turbinates and capillaries that help increase oxygen uptake compared to mouth breathing. 3. Regulates airflow. The nose regulates airflow into the lungs more effectively than the mouth. This helps to maintain proper levels of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood, leading to better overall respiratory function. 4. Promotes relaxation, promoting relaxation and reducing stress levels. 5. Boosts nitric oxide production. Nasal breathing allows for production of nitric oxide in the sinuses. Nitric oxide is a powerful vasodilator that helps improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, and enhance oxygen delivery to the tissues. There are many more benefits to nose breathing for overall health, but let's see how nose breathing applies to singing versus mouth breathing. For this tutorial, we're going to use 3 types of nose breaths. The smell the rose breath. This is an old school concept of breathing through the nose as if you're smelling a rose, which can help to focus the sound because it raises the cheeks, therefore stretching the soft palate wide and lifted, just as we've talked about in so many episodes. The second is the basic nose breath. This is simply a relaxed way of breathing through the nose to get the benefits of warming and humidifying the air, regulating airflow, and relaxing the parasympathetic nervous system. The third is the vacuum nose breath. In this nose breath concept, the mouth is closed, the jaw is dropped, and as you breathe in, the larynx lowers. This is greatly beneficial to singers who have trouble getting their larynx to drop as they ascend into the upper register. On a side note, there's also the NG nose breath, but we've already covered this concept in a few earlier tutorials. I'll put links to those tutorials in the description box. I'm going to show you a very simple scale using both nose breathing and mouth breathing. The scale is built on 3, 1, 5, 3, 8, 5, 3, 5, 1. Down here, 3, 1, 5, 3, 8, 5, 3, 5, 1. Got that? We're going to sing on Ni, ne, na, no, nu. For higher voices, ni, ne, na, no, nu. Okay? We're going to take the scale up as high as we can comfortably using all 3 nose breaths. Let's go. Let's start off with the smell the rose breath. Now, imagine that you're smelling a rose and you sing ni, ne, na, no, nu. Do that with me. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Higher voices up here. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Okay? All right, let's do this together. Breathe through your nose as if you're going to smell a rose. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Got that? Now by yourself. Great. Let's take this up. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Up here. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Okay? Great. Now by yourself. Awesome. Now, let's try the relaxed nose breath. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. Take it up. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. As we go higher, this is a great place to use the vacuum, the nose breath. This is going to allow your larynx to drop. So you'll close your mouth. You'll have some space between your upper and lower molar, and you'll breathe in and you'll feel your larynx drop like this. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. Great, let's take that up. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Excellent. As we go higher, let's experiment with different nose breaths. Let's try the smell the rose concept. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. Great. Let's use the relaxed nose breath. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. Excellent. Now, if this gets too high for you, just drop out. Let's try the vacuum nose breath for this, okay? Here we go. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. Now you. Now you have a wonderful scale to practice all 3 of those wonderful nose breathing concepts on. Now, what I noticed in my voice is that in the lower register, the smell the rose concept works great. It seems to focus the lower notes a little better. The lower notes have always given me a little trouble, so by focusing on that lifted feeling, it seems to center the pitch and center the sound. I'll demonstrate one more time. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. That feels really, really good. Now, if I use the vacuum, the nose breath, in the lower register, it seems to almost drop my larynx too much. I'll show you. Ni, ne, na, no, nu. It definitely gives it more of a woofy sound. It definitely highlights the chest a little bit more, but I feel like it doesn't focus the sound as much. So down here, if I use the nose breath, it's most likely going to be the smell the rose concept as opposed to the lower the larynx concept. Because as you go higher, that's when you really want to focus on getting your larynx to stay down so that it doesn't pop up as you go up. Now, let's look at 3 types of mouth breaths. The first is the pre-yawn inhale. This breath, which we covered in previous tutorials, allows the pharynx to expand while opening the back rib cage, thus accessing the full range of the diaphragm. Number 2, the just won the lottery breath. This breath is fast and can be used in very fast passages of music when there is very little time to take a long, slow breath. This breath is also called the emergency breath. Number 3, the relaxed speech breath. In this breath, you're going to use a basic inhale as if you're speaking to someone, just as you would use in everyday speech. Let's start with the relaxed speech breath. Ni, ne, na, no, no. Now you. Now, let's try the pre-yawn inhale. Ni, ne, na, no, no. Now you. Let's take it up. Ni, ne, na, no, no. Now you. Excellent. One more. Ni, ne, na, no, no. Now you. Excellent. Now, let's try the just won the lottery breath. Ni, ne, na, no, no. Now you. Great. Ni, ne, na, no, no. Now I want to show you how this applies to a song. I picked a great song. It is You Raise Me Up, and it has a little bit of an Irish feel. Whenever I hear the song, I kind of feel like it would be great with bagpipes. And since Sin Silver is originally from Ireland, I thought this would be a great song to thank her for suggesting this tutorial. I'm going to be using as many of the breathing concepts as I just taught you. I'm going to use the smell the rose concept. I'm going to use the just win the lottery concept. I'm going to use the lower the larynx concept through the inhale of the nose. And you'll see me using other breaths, okay? I pre-recorded the song on the piano so that I could just focus on these breaths. Here we go. When I am down and know my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. I did not use all the breaths. I tried to use as many as I could. For me, the nose breath works great as long as I have plenty of time to breathe into it. If I don't have a whole lot of time, it can feel like, well, it's just going to stop the sound or it's just going to interfere. But for the lower register, it really does focus the sound. And you notice that when I went higher, I used that vacuum breath. So thank you again, Sin, for sending the video which inspired this tutorial. If you have any questions about anything that we covered in this tutorial, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I try to answer as many questions as I can. And if you're looking for one-on-one individualized vocal coaching, please write me at jeff@voicesoaring.com. We'll find a time that works for you no matter where you are in the world. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would be so grateful if you came on board and joined the Let Your Voice Soar family. So until next time, keep singing, love each other with all of your heart, and let your voice soar.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See,